What's up, Gary? How's everything? My man.
I know you.
Sir? What's up, everybody? It's your coach, Coach HP. Biggest failure in the history of Miami baseball. Turned coach, working all realms, industry, sporting, gaming, corporate. Help people deal with failure, help them win in life, help them win in what really matters, build confidence, all that good stuff. Got it. The sport that I do is baseball, which is the closest game to life because you're destined to fail. Failing in public is very difficult. Esports, the gamers, one of the biggest difficulties they're having is coping with failing in front of not only their friends, but now family members and in front of strangers. So in baseball, being very mental because you compete predominantly always against yourself because you're either swinging at the pitch that you're not supposed to swing at, or you're taking a pitch that you're supposed to swing at. So for us baseball players, it's very mental. It's very understanding that you compete against yourself, and you can't take it so hard because the season is so long, and you got to find a way to stay positive over and over again in situations that normal people aren't very positive. For me, for performance, it's about number one, you got to have fun, you got to be loose, you got to be relaxed. If you look out there, it almost looks like we're in a nightclub because you got a DJ going, cool music, cool stuff. That I think that's number one. For performance, you got to be positive, you got to be willing to deal again with the failure. I think that's very dominant out there, and you got to put in the hours. The passion these kids have to play these sports is very unique because in traditional sports, you have a lot of parents that force the kids to play, so it's half and half. But here, I think maybe one parent approached me after that. She said she forces her kid to play Fortnite. She's a rarity because every kid is dying to play Fortnite. Every place I go, whether it's a Division I championship baseball team or an NBA pro team, every athlete is playing Fortnite in this country. That game has taken over. It's taken over because it's fun, it's cool. Predominantly they talk about dancing, nothing super serious. Having fun, cool skins, and dancing. So I think you gotta keep it fun and you gotta keep it loose. Yeah. As it is for everybody. Stretching keeps you loose, keeps you breathing, keeps the oxygen to the brain. Gotta be relaxed to play these games. Gotta be relaxed because there's so many things coming at you. There's so many new updates. So being familiar in the unfamiliar, I think is very important. Stretching, it almost is like an old guy thing because young dudes don't want to stretch till you started to see the popularity in yoga, in spinning, in mindset techniques to get your body flowing, in the importance of drinking liquids and fluids in situations like that. So as this sport becomes more contemporary and it starts taking over, you're going to start to see more things that weren't common become very common. And stretching is the main part because you still don't see professional athletes get out of the car and jump right into the field and just start playing. You got to go through that process, got to go through that building up, that warm up to get into that stage of performing and peak performance. Yeah, I totally agree. Some of the guys that are really good are very good showmen also, so on stage they really shine bright and the audience captures that and so does the camera. But a lot of those guys have that natural ability. So again, I think self-awareness to what fits your character. If you're a great gamer but you're not a very good talker, don't start talking trash to other players because you get in trouble. There's some guys, we're talking to the esports guys, to the Heat guys out there, and part of their strategy is find the weakest guy, start talking trash to him because it's a team sport, and that start affecting the other team. So self-awareness to what's really good with you, what comes very natural, find that flow in a stage in front of people. Doesn't change the fact that you lose. Understand that dealing with failure is super important. Doesn't matter, you only got to impress one person at the end of the day, and that's yourself. Tom, to answer that question, each one of us gets hyped up, pumped up very differently. If you notice let's say in a UFC fight, you have two fighters, top of their games, and they have two different introduction songs, totally different. Some guys come in out rowdy, some guys come in very quiet. Mike Tyson back in the day didn't have to do anything. He was so intimidating that he would set the tone right from the beginning. Self-awareness. What fits you the best? One of the biggest mistakes I made in my life is I always wanted to be more of a Deion Sanders kind of guy when I wasn't that. I was better being a quiet, more stable guy, more focused. And one of the reasons why the Heat players out there are trying to get these guys off balance is because they're trying to find which way to get them uncomfortable quick so they don't perform. So what a lot of these guys said up here that I feel is absolutely right is if you learn to become comfortable in the uncomfortable, you understand that adversity is a winning player's best friend every single day. The best thing that could have happened to your son was to lose out there in 13 seconds. Because now he understands that if this is what I want to do for the rest of my life, this is normal. And I have to find a way to bounce back. And maybe he was playing with his brother on the way here and he wasn't paying attention. Maybe he ate McDonald's on the way here and that messed him up. Maybe he was nervous because he was looking himself at the big screen. The right answer is that there's no answer except self-awareness. What fits better for him when you talk to him now? Say, buddy, what did you think happened? And he's gonna probably tell you one of the two things. Dad, I wasn't paying attention, I made a stupid mistake I've made before, or they were just better than me. Both those are correct answers. The best thing of all that is your support now as a dad to teach him and understanding that those 14 seconds are priceless to be able to lose in a stage like that, because how often does he get to play in a stage like this at 14? That's the key, to get that addicting feeling to bring him back again over and over and over again. Let me get this real quick. I'm all about process. Put the pressure on the process, not on the result. So what does that mean? If you practice the right way for 4 hours, that's what you can control. Because we can control process, you can't control results. If that was the case, his son would have still be there. If that was the case, we'd all been champions in whatever we do. So my biggest advice for you is, and I get about 1,000 DMs a week about this kind of stuff, is control what you can control, which is how you prepare, which means put all the pressure on the process. Absolutely nothing on the result. Then if that process gets you the right results, you know you're in the right thing. If it doesn't, you know you gotta fix your process and see if that gets you in the right results. Let me get him real quick. For me, understanding that, I love what the doctor told the gentleman, you gotta be your own best friend. If this becomes not fun, it becomes the worst experience in the world. One of the biggest difficulties we have in traditional sports is understanding how fun this is versus traditional sports where parents are forcing kids to play and it's not so fun. Because I don't know if any parents in here scream at their kid, you should have gotten that kill in Fortnite, you're not paying attention. Doesn't exist. But in baseball, you see that all the time. You should hit a ball, you should catch a ball. Why are you striking out? You gotta keep this thing fun. If this, all you see out there is fun. Fun people, fun food, fun music, fun lighting. Nothing about there is depressing and sad. So you gotta keep this fun, man. If not, you become your own worst enemy, and then the game's gonna eat you alive. Because what's happening here, none of this matters at all in the scheme of life. What matters is your happiness, and this is just a little time that we're sharing here all together. If you're not a happy gamer, you better not. It's better to be a happy gamer than a rich gamer. Or a no gamer. Yeah, I like that question a lot. For me, it's understanding the difference between reality and delusion. You gotta play. You could do 100 tests. They could set your eyes, which makes a lot of sense. Reality. Understanding that not all of us are born to be gamers. And not all of us are born to coach gamers. We have such special talents, each and every one of us. If we understand to utilize that and to tap into that in the most positive way we can, and we come away with every experience teaches us something. So we slow events that are supposed to be fast, slow them down, it makes a big difference in your outcome and your experience while doing these kind of games. Come here, come here.
How do you feel? Look, you're on the camera.
It's on my YouTube, bro. It's for my YouTube.
You're famous now. You're a huge famous.
Come on, man. Say what's up. Say hi.
Tell him, Andres. Tell him whatever you want. Tell him.
Say.
Join our videos. Watch Suarez,
Suarez, bro. They have their own YouTube channel.
Wait, hey, what's the YouTube channel? What's the? Come here.
Suarez Bros.
What is it? What is it?
It's called the Suarez Bros, and you have to check it out. It's awesome, and we're gonna add a new video to it.
And they gotta subscribe, right?
Yeah, we want a bunch of subscribers.
Yeah. What are you telling your people in your channel? What is it about?
Like Fortnite and a lot of games.
A lot of games. What's your favorite game?
Minecraft.
What's your favorite skin in Fortnite?
The drift.
Nice. Go get your brother.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Perry, think of success. Our first e-gaming activity. I think it was a hit. Ultimate Gamer, we got Perry a shirt. We got a shirt. It's process. Everything baseball, everything sports has taught us is now relevant. It now comes up with this kind of stuff too. So you guys can walk through. You can walk through. Yeah, man. My other panelist over there, the fittest person on the panel. Very good job. Thank you very much. Thank you. Gotta keep going hard. Gotta keep doing your thing. Gotta keep understanding to understand you. That's why the self-awareness is huge. That's why positivity, keeping this fun. The problem with this thing is it's growing so much that it becomes unfun because, again, what messes it up? The business, the money. Are you making any money? Everybody says, oh, you're a gamer, are you making any money? Forget about money. Go hard on your gift. If it aligns with your passion, how can you lose? How can you lose if you have your gift and your passion working together? You'll be the happiest guy in the world, whether you make $1 or $1 trillion. The sun's coming in on me. It's your coach. Love you guys. Signing out from the Ultimate Gamer. 2019, it was my dream to start working with gamers. Now speaking at the Ultimate Gamer. Here we go. Signing off.